Mahila, um, piece of cigar was on my face in the last video. Prometheus. Those movies are really dark. It's really dark. I watched those in Movie Tavern in Lexington, and they were fully connected to Grox. He did a full breakdown on all those and really drove it home, that that's what they were doing. And it's kind of bad acting. I'm a thespian, but I can kind of look at movies and be like, well, I don't know if they were really energetic for that role and really felt it, but um, that was part of the movie, though. So there is no bad acting, really, because that was part of how they were supposed to come off, like they don't care. Like they don't care that people are dying or sick or hurting, like in pain, like their insides hurt, like their body hurts. And yeah, they basically guillotine Michael Fassbender and kill Wayland, right? And Wayland's old. He's not like Aliens or even Alien versus Predator, the first one. But yeah, he says from nothing, it's Fro M and not Hingy, which is that AO8, the Alejandra Gomez is, no one can hin with her on how she stands on the information and intelligence. That's just a fact. And that's what really they were saying in Prometheus is that, I went to the clubs with her and we would get like frappes and McDonald's afterwards. And I went to this frappe, or they didn't have frappes. It was cappuccino place downtown the other day. Tried to go to White Castle, but they weren't open on Friday of all days. You would think Friday because it's by the college, but that doesn't make sense. So yeah, they had this horror vibes coffee shop, and I got like a Gordy's home or something, and yeah, they had all these like killer photos and paintings, and somebody was taking a picture of them. I'm like, I'm not taking a picture of that, man. I mean, you see a woman like scalped in her bed and her boob is torn off and it's blood everywhere. I'm like, what? Like, this is really demented. Like, even for horror, it's not like the movies. Like, they did really insane, like a knife coming through the chin, out the mouth. Like, it was over the top. So, and even the Michael Myers, like he looked like he was like a country, like a redneck, the way his mouth and everything was it was like totally country. So, but it's fun, I like that stuff. I like to be around different vibes, even when it's not Halloween. I like Halloween, um, but yeah, it was over the top. So I got the drink and I drank it, but I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't drink coffee. I don't really agree with it. I don't like what it stands for. I'm not really into it. I like Coke. Um, so, and I got a water here. You can see in there, water, water. Yeah. I kind of mix my drinks, and, but yeah, uh, so I'm just saying I was ready. Like, I don't mean to like bring a downer to everyone. Like, oh, 2012. It's no, like you gotta look at my story. Like, I went to SCAD after the Bengals and CCM, and it was like I trained really hard at the CCM, just in the pool, and I felt good in the pool at West Point. Left the day of guillotines, CCM, and then trained and went to modeling in Evansville. Tried to figure something out, and I was dealing with my anger from the food at West Point. And then I got all massaged out and worked my body out and healed my leg. My IT bands were both tied on my legs, healed my hip. Everything got active release technique on my body. And then was Fukushima. So it was perfect kill key, which is canon. They have to do that. So then I went to Lindsey Wilson, and I got a full, well-rounded approach to Christ, and even before that, I was at SCAD Hong Kong for a time, and I graduated. All of the intel that I was looking at there was really, really far down the rabbit hole. I had Prophecy Club, I had all the guys that I was looking at, really, really intently listening to them, just listening. And then I trained with Bluegrass swim team, and we combined teams, and gave Lakeside a run for their money, the big Louisville team. And our points were more than theirs on paper that we scored. And Lindsey Wilson, they were serving turkey, big turkey breast and tuna and all this stuff. And I was able to, sleep there. It was like I went into hibernation a little bit from the food and from just everything that I was doing. And I fought a black man there. We got in a fist fight. Everyone was watching us. It was like Fight Club. I was real into UFC and boxing and HBO on the TV, and so then, I fought my brother when we were coaching Palomar that summer. It was a summer league team that my dad started in Lexington that summer. So that was the Azteca. That was 2012, the map out. So I'm like, we're doing it. So I found Groxt that summer when I went home, and I was real into Martin Stroh. I healed my hand that I had broken versus my brother. Had to wear a cast, and then got it off right before me and my dad drove out to California. So then I'm in California, and I'm watching Grox and getting straight A's, and then around the time that 2012 did not happen, then I started smoking marijuana. And that was my story. I'm just saying, the story to go from West Point, where you're a native Hopi military at the top, to California, where you're a Hopi in the spirit, even before you started smoking, and you were friends with everyone. Hopi, non-smoking spiritual, but spoken spiritual and muscular spiritual. I was the orangutan arms, shark body, head of JFK, and David Dean Rusk voice. That was my creature at that time. And I mapped all those out since then, but I'm just saying I was ready to go. I'm just saying I was ready. I did everything perfectly for it to happen. I did not miss anything, and and I was with, Ali, I was with Alejandra, and I'm happy with the women that I've had since then in my life. I'm very, very happy. It's not that I'm not happy. I'm just saying I feel like it could have gone down in 2012 because I did everything that was supposed to be done. and the rest of it would be representative or symbolic, or it would be for the tribulation. So that's all. It's not, I mean, of course, you got to be 28 to get your knee anyway. So, I mean, I was younger than that. It's okay. It's okay. I just, sometimes I'll say, like, I was ready, but it's not a diss against people that weren't Christian then. Like, oh, we had to wait for them. It's not a diss. It's okay. I get it. I'm just saying, like, my life was in perfect sync with how it would go to be raptured. So sometimes I get scared because I feel like I was left behind. You know, like I'm going through too much tribulation and I just get fried out. That's all. Thank you.